Hartman joins me from the set of his NBC sitcom NewsRadio, which begins its fall season tomorrow night at 8:30. Phil, you comfortable with the 8:30 time slot?
Oh, Chucky, baby.
Are you comfortable? What night are you on? What is tomorrow night?
Tuesday night.
You are on 8:30 on, and is that the network? Is that our network?
That's NBC, the Peacock people.
That is NBC. So, Phil, have you been working out? No, your upper body looks...
Well, I'm a surfer, Chuck.
Oh.
I spent the summer surfing instead of gainful employment.
Wow. You know, my take on you is like you're like a comedy guy that does a lot of voice, but you've got a whole other side of kind of like a surfer, like bodybuilder type of thing happening.
I don't know about the bodybuilder.
Well, wait a minute. Let's run that.
I can't wait to retire.
Let's run that clip from the dating game where we get a look at the real Phil Hartman. Let me see that, Bridget, for God. Let's get at the truth here. This is going to be hard hitting, for God's sakes. If you would, Bridget.
What road sign should I heed while dating you, and why?
Slippery when wet. No, they've got the wrong idea. I like to swim, and sometimes
Are you real athletic?
Very athletic.
So you're real versatile.
Yes, and built something like a Greek god.
What's your number again? Bachelor number 3?
That's 3, my dear.
Boy.
And you were picked. Were you not picked, Phil?
Yes, I was, but in all humility, I must say she stood me up.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Why?
She missed the big trip to Monterey.
What happened? What's the story behind that?
I don't know. I think she sensed that maybe I would be a handful.
Is that right?
And I would have been.
You met her on the thing. You give the hug and everything, right?
I did my part.
And then that was it.
Yeah.
Now, what were you doing? I don't see you as a guy on the... Why were you on the dating game anyway?
That would have been about 79, I think.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it was a union gig, you know. I did it for the check.
No, you mean they pay the people to come on?
Well, yeah, if you're in AFTRA, they got to give you the whatever it was back then.
Were you a single guy at the time?
Yes.
So you did it for the check and not for the chick? Let's get a release on that right away. Send that out, you know. Send that to Cindy Adams. You know, put it right up there with Joey's stuff. Did you read Joey Adams' column, Phil, in the New York Post?
Every day.
You get a lot
Joey and I were so close. We used to hang out in the Friars, and I'd watch him slurp.
Because I've noticed a lot of the lines you use are right out of Joey's column.
That's true.
And it's very fun. Now, Phil, to get serious for a minute here, I understand you are a citizen. Is that right?
I am now a U.S. citizen with equal rights. I cannot be president, Chuck.
Yes, I understand.
But I can be a senator.
Yes, you can, and that's a heartbreak for all of us. Phil, do you have any foreign ties?
No, because when I became a citizen in 1990, I had to forswear allegiance to all other princes, potentates, and other nations.
No, I mean, when you moved from Canada, did you bring any of your ties with you?
Yes, I have a tie with a hand-painted picture of Margaret Trudeau.
Oh, you do. Now, what about you and Margaret? Is it true? Was that?
Yes.
Now, it was actually Jack Nicholson and Margaret in the back of the limo, as I recall. Is that right?
Well, as a matter of fact, it was.
And what happened back here on that limo?
Well, we were just having a little conversation about carnal knowledge, and I was trying to describe the scene where I blew up at Anne Margaret. And she said, "Would you do me a demo?" And it just got a little out of hand.
Was there the black partition there between you and the driver?
Yes, there was.
And you know, Phil, I don't know. I haven't seen this in a long time, and I'm going to ask you your memory of this. But we were doing Last Resort together. I didn't even remember this scene. You have a return feed there, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, this is a scene that follows when you were explaining. You were trying to teach me the song, whatever, I forget, the song, and I was resistant.
The camp song.
The camp song, and I was resistant. I just wasn't getting with the program. And this is a little scene where you try to show me that it's not just a camp song. There's a much deeper value to this song. And look, I haven't seen this in a long time. Let's run that and let Phil see. Then we'll talk about Last Resort a little bit, if you would, Bridget.
It's more than just a song, you know. It's a reflection of a sociological phenomenon. Can you imagine if people from all over the world, the warring factions of the world, would come and hug a stranger? Could change the world. It's not a song for cynics, it's a song of hope. Side by side, come on. You know we can. You know we can make it together. helpful song.
I used to go around, I think that was at 85 or 86, and I would go around and say I thought it was the funniest movie I'd ever done. And a friend of mine said, you've got to stop saying that. I said, why? And he said, well, you don't really believe it. I said, no, I actually do believe it.
We had a lot of fun.
I think it's hilarious. And you made a lot of money on that, didn't you, Phil?
Hundreds.
You made hundreds of dollars on that. Did you ever see anything so low budget as that movie? I mean,
I'd never heard of a film being made for that little money.
You know, honestly, where we all had to pitch in and the extras had to bring their own food and sleep on the beach. It sounds like a joke, but it wasn't.
But, you know, I think about that movie all the time, Chuck, because, you know, we filmed that on Catalina Island, and my great passion in life is Catalina Island.
Why?
Well, I just think it's one of the most beautiful places in the world.
It's a great place. And how far is it by boat from San Pedro, right?
Yeah, well, it's like 22 miles from San Pedro and 31 miles from Marina del Rey, where I keep my boats. But I have an airplane now, and I'm a pilot, and I fly there just so that I can go there more often.
What? 31 miles from where you keep your boats, and now you have an air. Is there a lot of money working on news radio? You've made a fortune, obviously.
No, not at all, but the commercials pay well.
Oh, that's right, you do. You know, Phil, I understand that you're considering writing a book about your experiences on Saturday Night Live, and you don't know whether you... I would advise you not to do it.
Yeah, I don't think I will do that,
because,
actually.
you know, you don't ever... Whatever we do, Phil, you know, to sustain... Don't ever tell the truth.
No, I learned the lesson about that last year.
Really, don't do it. Don't say what you think. People will say, well, how was it working with so-and-so? Oh, she's wonderful.
No, the great lesson I learned last year is that it's very unbecoming of a comedian to ever be whiny.
You can't do it. You don't knock anybody.
You can't win.
You know, we've worked.
Never say anything unpleasant about any of your colleagues.
Absolutely, don't. You know, no matter what you may feel.
And I've become more of a Buddhist as time has gone by, and I believe in a philosophy of non-harm and compassion.
Is that what the Buddhists believe?
Yes.
But was it the Buddha? It was the Hindus that had a problem with Mother Teresa, though. The Hindus. What do you Buddhists feel about Hindus? You don't have anything bad to say about Hindus.
We love everybody.
You do. You love Hindus as well.
Absolutely.
Now, this news radio, which premieres at 8:30, right?
Yeah, and our guest star is a friend of yours, Chuck.
Oh, no, he isn't. I have a lawsuit against him.
No. John Lovitz?
John Lovitz. God, you know, because he's got a lot of money now, John. You know, John's got boats and planes as well.
Yes, well, I've infected him with my belief system.
Is he big, Phil? Is he big, or does he just say he's big?
You mean physically?
No, I mean, you know, in the business.
Oh, he's very big.
He is big.
You know, John is one of the most respected actors who came out of, you know, my period at Saturday Night Live.
Right.
He hangs with Robert De Niro and Dustin Hoffman when he's in New York.
He does. He does.
And he's like a brother to me, actually.
But he's a damn fool between us, right?
Yes, he's like my little brother.
Yeah, he is a kind of a damn fool. Now, we got another clip that I get a big kick out of. This is also from last, just because it's fun. And let's show that we have this other clip. And this is when you were in the chorus, and I came to you and I said, I need a guy to play a gay character. And I pulled you. You were in the chorus. You were dancing. You were singing the club song. And you said, can I play it just as myself? I said, that's why I picked you, you know. So let's, no, but you're a butch guy, don't get me wrong. Let's see this clip, and this is another fun one.
This really isn't your kind of scene, is it?
No, not really.
You don't say much, Mr. Lawler, but when you do, it matters to you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I know you. I know who you are, what kind of person.
Well.
You're very sensitive, aren't you? You're very vulnerable.
Yeah, I guess.
You're very attractive. Would you like to go dancing some night?
Dancing?
Dancing. You are gay, aren't you?
No, I'm not gay. I'm down here with my wife and 3 kids. I'm not gay.
You just haven't met the right man yet. Think about it.
You know, Phil, I don't know whether I told you at the time, but that actually happened to me. when I was at the Pittsburgh Playhouse starting as a young actor, and the guy pretty much said everything that I wrote for you in that scene. And he said that you just haven't met the right man yet, and I still haven't.
Well, it's as true today as it was in '85.
I still haven't. And your son is 9, your daughter is 5.
That's correct.
And what are their names? We're just finishing.
Sean and Bergen.
Sean and Bergen.
They're wonderful, of course.
And it's great to see you. It's always a lot of fun. And News Radio at 8:30 on
Tuesday.
On Tuesday nights, and it's great to see you. And give my love to John, and I hope to see you soon.
Thanks, Chuck.
Thanks, Phil.
My dad never